Well, welcome back to episode 3 of the Overtime. This episode, we get a little bit more in depth, dive into some of the team members and all their setups. Some of them are still doing plots, running cameras around, just any of the last fall prep. I know me, every time I've been going out, I've been putting out more cameras. A lot of the other guys have too. Their stand prep, a couple of the team members are in Kentucky, and their season starts in like a couple weeks. So that's pretty exciting. We have somebody on the regular Outdoor X media side that's on their way to antelope hunt right now. And it's that time of year, it's fall, things are starting to kick off. We have guys going elk hunting, all those different things. But one thing I can say is it's starting to be a little bit of a shift on the trail cameras. I've been waiting for a deer to show up on one of my farms all season long. I have probably 5 cameras out just for this very specific deer. And as of last night, he showed up. It's a buck I call Titan. I've had pictures of him. I think this is the 4th year I've had trail cam pictures of him. And I thought this is the year he's going to explode. He's 7 or 8 years old, and he actually regressed. He lost maybe 15, 20 inches. Cleaned up a little bit. He's just a basic 9-pointer now, still in the mid 60s, I would guess. So he's 100% on the hit list between the age and the size and the history. So he's probably my top hit list buck on that farm. And with that being said, here's episode 3 of the Overtime.
Oh my God.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Overtime. It is August 8th. I'm out here mowing some of this grass down with a disc. I'm just trying to kill it for now, and I'll come back in and seed it tomorrow, let it decay a little bit, and hopefully something grows. It's real soggy, wet bottom ground here. I mean, it's pretty much just mud, but it's the only place that I can get food plot here on this property here in Missouri. So if it doesn't grow, oh well. I'm gonna plant forage factory in here. I figured that's probably the best with how grassy it is, and I'm just gonna keep going in circles and getting this stuff kind of worked up and getting the weeds knocked down, and hopefully something grows. Stay tuned. We almost got her all matted down here. My buddy, he was standing in the shade, and he's like, hey, there's a shed right there. I figured I'd give him a try at the tractor. It's so hot out here, it's ridiculous. But we almost got her done. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to plant. It's drying up real good. We've been at it for probably 3 or 4 hours. It's so weedy, but I don't have anything else down here we're in Missouri, so this is all I got is this old tractor with this disc. I wish I could cut it, but it is what it is. Got my buddy Josh Belitz along. He's ripping it up. It's real wet down here. We almost got stuck a couple times. But this side of the plot, the north side, that's coming in real good. This south side here, it's still pretty weedy, but like I said, we'll see what it is tomorrow, and if we got to go over it one more time, so be it. But I plan on planting tomorrow, as we got rain coming Sunday morning, and I'll probably head home. So stay tuned, guys. Well, it's August 9th here, and we're planting that food plot down in Missouri. We already planted the Illicit and Big Sexy, and now we're just broadcasting over with the Forge Factory. I got my buddy over there still tilling up the other side of it. There's a creek that runs through here, and it's pretty wet, so you can't really cross it with the tractor, so you kind of got to do one side at a time. But we got this side done pretty good. So it's just starting to rain a little bit, so that's nice. But we're gonna get this seed on the ground and go do some cameras, so stay tuned.
Well, August 1st, it's the first day we can legally feed here in Kentucky, so it's an exciting day for me. I can get pretty much everything out I want to get out and get everything ready for opening day. We've got 5 spots to hit today, and we've got 3 or 4 to hit tomorrow, and get everything out and get everything rocking. Fix tree stands, you know, adjust. Like for example here, this is where Dad killed, didn't really have him a name for him, but he was a skinny 10-point. Shot him last year in late season muzzleloader right here, and he's got a 2-man muddy ladder stand right here, and it's not really ideal for bow in here, so I might hang a hawk or a muddy hang on off of it and just step into it and hunt it. But I want to touch on baiting in Kentucky, or just baiting in general. Some people don't like it. It's kind of frowned upon to some people in the hunting world, but it's legal, and it's no different than a cornfield or a food plot in my opinion. It's just a smaller version of it, and it concentrates them in more spots, you know, to one spot. But in my opinion, if you look at statistics between corn in a pile or a big broad food plot or cornfield, you will make more ethical kills on a small corn pile at 20 yards than you would 40 or 50 yards in a cornfield. I've seen it my whole life. I've done it. It's just an opinion, you know. Everybody has opinions, but I think it's no different. It's food. The places I hunt are small parcels. They're not 200+ acre farms. They're 50 and below acre farms. Like this one might be 40 acres. It's a small block of timber behind a house, and little stuff like this produces. There's no food. I don't have opportunities for food plots in here because I don't own it. The only reason I do have opportunity to plant food plots is because my in-laws own the farm and they allow me to. But places like this that I have permission on, it's just the only way I can concentrate deer in one area or hunt a specific deer. And you know, it teaches their own. Everybody has different opinions, but this is an early season tactic and a late season tactic that I use. Obviously the rut's a lot different, you know, that doesn't really matter, but it's just something that I've done ever since I was a kid, and it's just something that makes deer hunting effective where I'm from, and it's just what I do. There's not a lot of ag around here at all. If any, there's none unless you go towards the Ohio River, which is probably 40 or 50 miles from here. But yeah, we're gonna get rocking and hit all these spots today and get everything out. Well, I'm here at the next spot. Another great spot, produces a pretty good buck, mature shooter every year. Gonna throw some more corn out here and throw a new encounter on it. And we're gonna hop on the other side of the property and throw another camera out on a mock scrape. So let's get this took care of. Alright, so we made it over here on the other side of the property. Just another block of timber and a big flat bench behind me. And what I done was, as far as making a mock scrape to find the right spot or a good spot, I walked up and down this bench and found the heaviest used trail that I could find, which is right here between me and the four-wheeler. It's just right here behind me. And it's coming along this bench around through here. And I found some low branches right here. I'll put a hemp rope. It just, you want it about chest to stomach level. And I'll put the hemp rope on these low hanging branches right here. And I'll take a stick and I'll make a scrape. I'll take a spot out right here on the ground and work the dirt. And then I'll take either buck rut or scrape regenerator from Buck Balm. That's what we've always used. Greg and Jesse kind of taught me about these mock scrapes with hemp ropes probably 4 years ago, and they've been really effective. Traveling deer love to hit them. Mature bucks love to hit them. I have a ton of pictures on mock scrapes. They've been very, very useful. So this is kind of on the other side of the property where I don't really hunt. So I'll make a mock scrape here and kind of try to get some pictures on this side and see what goes on this side of the property. But yeah, we're gonna hang this scrape right here real quick. So I've got the hemp rope. I've got a low hanging branch here. It comes down to probably 6 foot tall, top of my head. I'll take the hemp rope here, and you can use a couple zip ties, 1 or 2, and I'll leave probably 2 or 3 inches of excess out the other side, and I'll run the zip tie through like this. And now I'll cut probably, we'll say 2 foot. We'll cut 2 foot like that. And you see how it's hanging about stomach high right now, which is good. And when the leaves come off, it'll come down a little bit lower, but that don't matter as long as it's right here for them to get a hold to, get to work, to get their to put their glands on, their scent on. But we'll get a stick and we'll waller out this spot right here, and we'll put a scrape regenerator on it and get out of here. So now we got it hung. Straighten it out a little bit. That's about stomach high. We'll take the end. This is something Greg and Jesse and them, Shroppy, all of them on the team, they've always done, is they'll fray the end out. And I've done it ever since. I'll just fray the end out, maybe 5 to 6 inches on the end, and we'll take a stick and work this ground right here, and we'll spray the scrape regenerator on it and hang another encounter on this, and we'll get out of here. So there's that. Let's get this out of the way. Find a stick, you can take a rake, whatever. Some of the guys use rakes. I don't have one, so I usually just grab a stick off the ground here and go directly under the rope and just get all the leaves out of the way. Just down to bare dirt. One good thing about this side of the property is I do know come mid-late October, a lot of bucks will cruise this bench, so this might not be really effective as right now in August and September, but come mid-late October through November, this will be a hot spot. There'll be several bucks on this. We'll take our Buck Bomb scraper generator. This stuff's been awesome, man. It's been really good. Tear the plastic off here. And we'll pop this off. We'll hit the rope. And we'll hit the ground. Get it good and saturated. Well, past couple nights on the encounters I hung, had a giant show up the past couple nights, so I might be getting called out to work here for a few weeks before bow season in South Dakota, so I'm gonna run up there and hang the stand. That way I don't have to worry about it if I come home a few days before bow season or whatever, you know, it'll already be there and already be ready. I got a hawk kickback I'm gonna throw up and some big game ladder sticks, so we'll see when we get there. Well, we're here at the property. We were here the other day getting out cameras. We made the mock scrape on the back side of the property, and we put corn out here and another encounter here. Got the big game 20-foot sticks, and I've got a hawk that I'm gonna throw up in this tree. That way it's already done. And here in a little less than a month, we can dive in this tree and hopefully get this deer killed. I sent pictures to Dalton and Trey and asked them what I thought I should name him, because I think I had pictures of him last year, but I'm not familiar with this deer, and I don't really have any history with this deer. But Dalton said Lefty because he's got the big flyer on his left G2, and I think Trey said Flick. I don't know yet. We'll watch him as this month of August goes, and we'll decide what we're going to do. But we're just going to get this hawk threw up, and that way it's done and took care of. I got way too hot hanging that. Whew. It's up, ready to rock. I got the lifeline on. I stayed tied off the whole time. That's something. A few buddies of mine have fell out of trees recently, so I try to take it a little bit more serious. And my dad's 53, so I'm trying to, you know, pretty much everything I hang for him to hunt too has a lifeline on it, and I do all the hanging and stuff because I feel more comfortable climbing trees and stuff to do it. But yeah, we got the muddy lifeline here. It looks good. It's hid good. There's no openings. It's pretty camoed in. I'm excited to hunt out of it here in about a month.
All right, guys, back out here beginning of August. Came out middle of this week and cleaned up this food plot. Got as much grass as we could off it with the skid steer. It's just a little 1/4 of an acre of a food plot. We're gonna go ahead and try to get it sprayed today and wait for a good rain. And once we know some rain's coming, we're gonna come back out here and plant some of this Big and Sexy by Domain. I've had really good success with this seed. Have all my food plots I've used this on, it's turned out great. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go freshen up all of our trail cameras. We'll run you through all of those today, get some of this bad habit out there, and some more corn. So we'll keep you updated as the day goes. Okay, so we're just getting done with the food plot for right now. Got everything sprayed, got some branches trimmed up for the tree stand. Got to head over to the other north side of the farm here and freshen up that camera, and then get some branches cut for that tree stand. And then we're actually going to try a no-till plot up there. Just spray the weeds, let it die off, and we're going to seed it. So we'll take you with up there. Here's a camera we set up. This is one of the only ones I actually have that's in the timber or on the timber edge. Put this here just to kind of see what was going on up here. Obviously with the food plot, seeing what deer are using this area or utilizing this area this time of year. Had quite a few good pictures up here. One big buck that we're going to call Switchblades, but he's got big brow tines that look like a blade. So big towering brow tines, big 10 point. So one to look forward to. Hopefully one that we'll have an opportunity on up here with this plot and all the work we're doing. So, all right, so we're just coming up here to this camera setup. Got this camera right here. Back behind it here, this is all alfalfa. There's corn. Big finger draw that comes down. Once again, this is all CRP up here. Probably another 20 or 30 acres of CRP. We're getting Switchblades over on the other side of the farm early in the night, and then he'll work his way out here to this hay field. We're also getting another giant 10-pointer back here. Super tall tine 10, possibly the one that I was hunting back here last year, but he really blew up. So one we'll be for sure putting our targets on this year. So we're going to go ahead and freshen up this, put some more corn out here, and then a little bit of the Bad Habit from Domain, and see if we can get them back on camera here. All right, so we just got up to the north side of the farm. We got a camera maybe 7,500 yards away from here where we're getting two giant 10 points on camera. Last year, I was hunting the stand opening day, and I had a big wide 10 come right here, worked a scrape. Couldn't get a shot off at him because branches and stuff, so we decided we're going to move the stand out here on the edge, and it'll be a perfect setup for the simple fact of with a northwest wind, there's a big ditch right behind it here, so the deer will not travel that. So my wind should be blowing down into that. They do cut this across here. We're going to put a scrape in right here somewhere, and then this is going to be another little quarter acre of a food plot, quarter to half acre food plot. We're going to try a no-till plot up here. I just sprayed it. All this grass, we're going to let it die off for the next week or two, and then before rain, we're going to come up here and throw some seed down and see if we can get something to grow. So I think this is going to be a killer setup going into this fall. Coming up out of this valley, I think it's going to be perfect access in the morning and or afternoon. But coming up out of this bottom, and then we're going to come right through here, try to jump in the tree here without even going out where the plot or where the deer are going to be bedding at farther north. So I think this will set up really good for basically any wind that's except the south wind, west or northwest wind in the fall will be perfect for this setup. All right, so this is kind of the access coming in. We'll come in off this bottom through here. This was all overgrown. We just cut this all out. And we'll be hanging a stand up in that tree probably next week. But you can see it creates like a nice tunnel through here. Be able to climb right up there, get in and out. Should set up really good. All right, so we're just finishing up here on the CRP farm. Got up here, freshened a couple cameras up. We're able to cut some paths to our stands for entry, cut some lanes. Got 2 2 food plots sprayed. One we did rip up this week, middle of the week with the Bobcat, but we're also going to try a no-till plot up on the north side here and see how that turns out. So we'll be back here in probably another week or two, freshen cameras up, and then also hopefully be planting our food plots.
All right, well, we ran to the back plot, switched out the cameras real fast. Now we're at the pond. Look at all these frogs. They're everywhere. That's pretty sweet. But yeah, we're gonna dye this one too. I know it's deep. The dam is definitely overflowing a little bit. I may have to adjust something somehow next spring for making that dam a little bit more permanent. Maybe put in a makeshift overflow tube or something along those lines. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do something. So I may have to cut a big chunk out of it, put in an overflow tube, and then refix the dam. But we'll see how that goes. But for now, we're gonna put this pond dye in and we'll check it out. And if it's anything like last time, it took about 30 seconds and it started to deteriorate pretty fast. So I'm gonna see if I can't find a stick and help it out a little bit, spread it out, and watch this pond get dyed too. Like I said, I know it's super blue right now, like the other one, but it does have an overflow when it rains. So it shouldn't be that bad. Just trying to do the little things. Well, while that's kind of spreading out, you can see a lot of the clover seed that I planted, even though there's not a lot of great things to catch the seed, it is starting to come in a little bit. You can see it over here, it's popping up, but there's just still a lot of runoff. I mean, we did a lot of dirt work right here, and it's a natural runoff anyways from the 2 big waterways up there, all funnel through here. That's why this fills up so fast and holds so much water. But there's a lot of clover coming in. It's just super wet, which isn't the worst thing in the world. So, especially on years where there's not much rain, which I know we'll have eventually. But we'll get up here and look at it from this view. Working perfectly. Put it on the upwind side up here on the low part, and the wind in less than 3 or 4 minutes has dyed the whole pond, and we'll continue to just do what it's supposed to do. So that's exciting. While I'm here, I'm gonna go check out the sunflowers and sorghum, and they look awesome from here, so I'm pretty excited about this. All right, so I just got done at the pond, and I decided to come up and look at my sunflowers and sorghum. Way more sorghum on the east side, but I'm over on the west side, and I had to get out and take a video, look at the size of these sunflower heads. That's nuts. They're already way hanging over and just full of seeds. It is going to be an absolute awesome year. There's so much food here. There's the deer, the turkeys, the doves, quail, the pheasant, all that stuff is going to eat this and reap the benefits of this. So it's pretty neat seeing what happens when you plant and what can happen, and just giving back. Giving back is the important thing. So I'm gonna go check out the other food plot, and we'll assess what we got to do there. All right, well, we're right on the north side of one of my better food plots, the east plot, and here's the bonus plot. It's kind of a little bit of corn and sorghum and all sorts of stuff kind of thrown in there. It's obviously way behind than everything else. I don't know what all is going to happen with it, but it's just going to stay there. I hung this muddy set in this oak tree a month or so ago, and basically what happens is the deer come out of this big huge ditch to the north, filter right on through, and they come across this pinch right here. There's a big ditch, and they come right up in through here and cross. They'll go right through the food plot. There's the corn, big clover plot there, and it's just like a funnel that they come right through. So what I'm doing is I have a natural scrape here that I'm going to enhance, overhanging oak branches. Took the weed eater, blew all that out. Got to get the saw, and I'm going to trim up some of those smaller oak branches over there, put a flashback there right now, and see if I can start getting some of these deer filtering through. I did have 2 pretty good bucks show up for the first time this year on my farm this morning. They were up by my gate. A really nice 10 I'd like to get a better look at, and then a 9-pointer. The 9-pointer I passed last year, and he maybe got a little bit bigger. He's probably 5 this year. I thought he was 4 last year when I passed him, just judging off of his body. Not a big rack, probably was 130 last year. But I passed him in the hidden clover plot. But yeah, so they're starting to move around a little bit. It's starting to get exciting. Got a little bit of rain. Stuff needs TLC, but we're gonna keep working after it. So I'll show you this scrape setup when I'm completely done with it, and hopefully we start getting pictures. All right, well, I'm letting that connect, and I'll kind of show you what the plot looks like. I took the weed eater, and this trail was kind of grown over. Water hemp so bad on this farm, and it's really, really hard to kill. And now that I've already planted the brassicas, I kind of just have to live with it. But I tell you what, the brassicas that I put in here they're doing great. Look at this. Now, once again, I did it in 2 different stages. I did it maybe a month ago and maybe 10 days ago, and you can definitely see there's different growth. Some of the stuff's pretty good size, the other stuff just coming up and smaller, but it's looking really, really, really good. I need to get in here and mow. I was supposed to be mowing today, but it's way too wet to get a tractor back here. Clover is starting to get weedy again, and I really, really, really hate it. I'm kind of OCD when it comes to my plots. I don't like a lot of weeds in my clover and stuff like that, so I'm hoping one more mow will pretty much take care of it. Maybe 2 for the year. It's the 1st of August, first week or so of August. You get into that 2nd, 3rd week of September, and you probably want to be done. So I might get 2 in. We'll see how it goes. But since I have the weed eater, I'm going to weed eat around my deer pond right here. So when I come back and do mow, I don't have to worry about it. And then I got a little bit of fertilizer to put out. And then I'm going to head over to the other side, and we'll go from there. All right. We are on the west side now. 5-foot hog stand. Here's my food plot. Once again, there's so much freaking weeds in here that I can't do anything about right now, that it looks fugly. But the beans are looking fantastic. Tons of pods, 3.5 feet tall, look absolutely great. The corn, on the other hand, way down there, if you want to call it that, is a complete and utter failure. Whether that was the seed or the planting or the soil, whatever it is, doesn't matter. It didn't work out. So what I'm going to do is go down here, pull part of the fence, re-put in post, and fence off just the beans. Probably have to reset 4 to 6 T-posts. Won't be bad at all. I might have actually hit it just right on one of these. Right here. And there's maybe a row or two. Well, there's probably 6 rows of corn or beans right there. I may put another T-post right here, literally right on the edge, run it across, and we are going to get rid of all this. We are going to mow it and disc it and just be done with it. So we'll have to wait till it gets a little bit drier to attempt any of that stuff with the tractor, because it is muddy and nasty. So I'm gonna pull some T-posts so I can get them set first. Then I'll cut the line, set it up, tie it off, and then roll up the extra. So it'll be a little bit of a process, but I'll show you what it looks like when we're all done. Holy crap. That was awful. Just dripping with sweat inside my sunglasses. But I got it done. Let me jump up here on the bed of the truck and I'll show you. All right. So broke it in about half. And as you can see, the beans are weedy. I get it. It looks awful, but there's a ton of them in here. I'd say it's probably half an acre, maybe a little bit under, but looks great. I got to pick up the extra white post, and then I'm done over here. Everything I wanted to do was taken care of. Like I said, broken record, but when it gets dry, I'm gonna come back in here, and I think after walking it all, I'm not gonna mow that. I'm gonna disc it all up, and just kind of see what happens with it. So, I mean, tank full of fuel. In time, I can just keep on going over and over and over and over it. So, but 2 shoots here and here. The brassicas are doing pretty good. Nothing crazy, but they're growing, so everything's pretty much where it needs to be for the first week of October, or first week of August, excuse me. We got about a week to 10 days left of planting, and we're gonna try to get in that window and get this taken care of, and that's all. Then we move on to cameras, scrapes, and stand prep. So, all right, 11th of August, down here on the farm. Went and picked up the disc from my uncle's, brought the tractor down. We're going to attempt to disc the west plot where I moved the hot fence the other day, got rid of the corn, just put it in the beans. I'm gonna disc up all that. Got some seed in here, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it works. It's really, really wet. Part of my plan is to do the clover, mow my clover plots too. And I wanted to do my fire break, but I don't know what the fire break's gonna happen. I'm gonna do everything I can to get the clover done. But as you can tell, it is super foggy. There's so much moisture in the air right now. It's gonna be rough. So I'm gonna get the tractor unloaded and we're gonna attempt to go disc it. We'll see how it works. All right, looks absolutely awesome. I'd love to go over it a couple more times, but it's starting to get pretty sticky, and I don't want to have to put it in 4-wheel if I don't have to, but there's so much open ground now. There's kind of a low spot in there where I had to pick up the disc a little bit, but this did exactly what I wanted it to. It looks freaking awesome, and I couldn't be more excited. I'm gonna drive to the other side of the farm, dump the disc off, and then hook up the mower. Hopefully it's not too wet. If it's too wet, I might wait just a little bit, drive over here, reseed this. But otherwise, I want to get all the tractor stuff done first, and then I'll come over and seed this. So yeah, this looks awesome. There's still a bunch of corn. Like you can see, there's a ear of corn right here that will get eaten, and there's still a bunch of weeds and stuff in here, but I'm not worried about it. So this would be probably a little over half an acre that I'll put more Nebraskas. And on the outside, you can see those brassicas have started to really come in. So yeah, I'm gonna get on the tractor and keep going. Got the hidden clover plot mowed. It was tall, but I noticed in probably the last month, all the underbrush has absolutely exploded. A month ago, all that stuff was like 3 feet tall. Now there's stuff in there that's 8. But this clover is almost 100% clean. There's a few grasses in it, but for the most part, this is a second-year domain plot, and I am utterly impressed with how thick it is in here. Just crazy. Deer been using it a lot. They use it a little bit more later when you get a little bit closer to season, but for now it's done. I'll probably mow it one more time before deer season gets here, but now I got to go to the main plot on the other side of this timber and get that mowed. So we'll get over there and take a look at it. Well, we didn't quite beat the rain, but it's not that bad. But main clover plot's mowed. Corn's looking great. I figured I'd show you real fast before I buzz the mower back and load the tractor up. And then I gotta head back to the plot I dissed and get it seeded. But just in a couple days, look at these brassicas. They've really starting to take off. So it's getting closer. Everything's kind of working the right way, coming together. As long as we can keep getting some moisture, I think we will be in the chips. So it's supposed to rain today. It's sprinkling right now, so I got to run this back over there, load the tractor on the truck, buzz that to the other side, and we are going to seed and fertilize, and then get out of here. All right, well, we got the tractor all loaded up, got back out to the plot. It's starting to rain pretty hard, so I'm not gonna film much. I'm gonna film right now, and that's it. So I'm gonna put some seed on the ground. I got some extra beans. I have a green machine from Domain, and trying to see what else I got. Sugar Mama. So Sugar Mama, green machine right here, and yeah, and a bag of fertilizer. So I'm gonna get all this seeded once, fill it full of fertilizer, hit it, and then get out of here. All right, it is pouring rain, but just got all this seeded. Put down 2.5 pounds of beans, a whole container of Sugar Mama, and I think green machine from Domain. And we'll see. This little piece is looking pretty good. This was a couple weeks ago, and we're getting rain now. So as long as I don't get stuck driving from here out, it'll be a successful day. So we'll see. But yeah, it's wet. Hey guys, so I'll give you a rundown of what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna prep a corner of my existing clover plot for fall. I'm gonna put a power rake on my skid steer. I'm gonna essentially create a seed bed for me to plant. What that power rake's gonna do, and this is my theory on this, it's going to rework that existing clover back into the dirt, back into the ground, and create a green manure, basically. From there, I'm gonna replant Domain Comeback Kid so that almost as like a cover crop, really, and also so that that can hopefully be established for next spring. I'm going to wait for the forecast to give at least a couple days of rain. It's been pretty dry here in New York, in my area at least, and once that forecast gives me a few days straight of rain, I'm gonna come right before that rain and put down some Domain Big Sexy in that spot. But as of right now, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to work that soil up. I'm going to plant. I'm going to drag a pallet behind my side-by-side and kind of just cover that clover, get it worked back into the dirt so that it can protect it from birds and whatnot. And even if we get a downpour, maybe hopefully hold that seed in place. From there, I'm going to spray another area and just kind of get that prepped for some more of a fall mix, the Domain Showstopper. I'm just going to spray and kill it, and then the same thing right before that rain, I'm going to hit that area with Domain Showstopper, and hopefully that should be good for the fall. And if we get enough rain, and it takes, and then after I fertilize, hopefully everything works out great for when hunting season starts. It's a little late. It's getting a little late and we're not getting rain, so kind of fingers crossed that once this all goes as the plan and we get rain and I get some fertilizer down, everything will be good. So tag along with me. Let's get to work. All right, so got that corner all worked up, got my Comeback Kid spread, kind of folded it back into the ground. It really didn't need that, but I like to do that just to give it that extra soil contact that the seed likes to have. Just something I do. You don't need to do it. Usually with clover, you can just spread it, leave it, and it'll be fine. But that's what I do. So then in the next few days here, hopefully, or next few weeks here, we start getting some rain, and I can spread that other seed, either Big Sexy or Showstopper. Another thing I did, up in here, I bush hogged all this. It was just weeds. That's a strip of clover there. So right next to it, I'm gonna spray all this, kill it off, and then I'm gonna spread some more of either Big Sexy or Showstopper into this little spot here next to my pole barn.
Hey everybody, just wanted to check back in. It's been, I don't know, 3 or 4 days since we got that food plot all done, and I came out today and just took the disc and went around to disc it all again, and then I just got out and I sprayed the whole thing to try to get any weeds or anything that are going to come back here in the next couple weeks. So I got those all knocked down and should be good. I plan to plant probably in, I don't know, 10 days, somewhere around there. Give it some time for all this stuff to kill the grasses and kill the weeds, and then we should be clear sailing. Hey, what's up everybody? It is August 9th, around 1 o'clock. Saturday today. I had to go up and do a little work this morning for a while, and we finally have rain in the forecast for tonight and tomorrow, and I think a little bit on Monday too. So I haven't got any seed in the ground in that new plot that I put in, so that is today's goal. When I get home today, I'm gonna load the backpack sprayer up with some Domains elbow grease, do some passes over the plot with that, and then once we get that done, we're gonna put some seed on the ground. This year I'm gonna do Domains Sugar Mama, and then I've got some an extra container of kale to throw in there as well. It's gonna be a just super good fall plot, and then come spring I'll frost seed it with some Comeback Kid, and yeah, it should be awesome. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So stick with us here. I'll put up a couple time lapses and of mixing up that spray, and then also with the seeding too. But yeah. It's probably 7 o'clock now, but I got the Sugar Mama in the ground. Also threw in another container of kale. Got the elbow grease down, and that's pretty much it. All I got to do now is I'll run up to the house and fill the sprayer up with Domains Cranked, and we'll spray that on it. I'll pack everything in. So hopefully if we do get any rain soon, it won't wash it away. But other than that, the food plot's pretty much a wrap. It's taken me quite a while because we got all that rain, so I had to pretty much start from scratch all over again. But that's all right. At least we got some moisture in the ground now, so I know I'll get good germination. Yeah, pretty much after I get that fertilizer sprayed on there tonight, I'll go in there and I'll set a revolver in the middle, and yeah, hopefully we start getting some deer using this. I know I've seen some tracks just driving around, but I don't have any cameras down here, so yeah, we'll hopefully this will pull them out of the swamp, and yeah, we'll see how she grows. All right guys, well, stick with me, and we'll see you on the next project.
Hey guys, it is Saturday and I'm heading to the family farm. Big old oak tree fell right in my bean and big sexy plot. So I'm gonna go push that out of the way with the tractor. I took the tractor there yesterday, and then we went to the state fair and watched Parker McCollum last night. So that was Jace's first concert, and I think he really enjoyed it. I know I did, and we had a really good seat, so thanks to the wife for those. Today, moving all the trees up in the interior food plot, as long as the one down below by the hawk blind, and then I got some cameras that are dead. I got to replace some batteries, and then we're having a little family gathering tonight for Coley and Casey. little baby shower and our farm party, so it should be a good time. Hopefully the weather cooperates. It's raining right now, but it's been raining maybe for like the last 2 months, so it is what it is. Plots are looking good. Let's get on the road. Well, I got that tree cleaned up. Sitting out here in the middle of the food plot. There's beans and Big Sexy in here, but I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, so this is a short one. I'm gonna come back and reseed Big Sexy into it. It'll probably still pop back up, but you can see all the turnips and radishes and kale popping up in the beans. I gotta get back to the house. I need a drink. Hotter than snot. It's about to rain, so on to the next project. What's up, guys? It is Sunday and I'm out at the family farm throwing batteries and cameras. Yesterday I pushed up all the trees in the food plot. We expanded this one last year. Had a forestry had to come in. We do need to kill some honeysuckle still, but it's been sprayed. There's still stuff kind of coming up. Push that tree out of the way, that tree out of the way. And I got batteries to throw in cameras. I'm probably gonna put these cameras on twice daily instead of hourly, so I get a longer duration between changing batteries, and I don't have to come back here. So it's looking good. Fall is gonna be here before we know it. Youth season. We'll probably spend some time down below in the Hawk or the Muddy Blind where Jace killed his deer last year. And I got some more turnips and radishes to throw out down below. I'm fighting the bugs. The bugs are absolutely horrible. Mosquitoes, black flies. So I got the Thermacell and I got DEET all over. And I got my little hoodie up. So let's get to work. We're gonna do some seeding. Let's go.